Okay, so let us deal today with the piece rate method of calculating total wages. Okay, so as discussed earlier in other lectures, I have said that the calculation of total wages is based on time rate and piece rate. Okay, I've already discussed this with you. I'm just brushing up whatever was done. So time rate में what was the basis of calculation? Yeah, time taken multiplied by NTR, that is rate per hour. And for piece rate, you are paying it on the basis of number of pieces produced by the laborer. So here instead of time taken, we take units produced or actual output, जिसको आप बोल सकते हो, yeah, multiplied with NPR. Now what is this NPR? Rate per piece is known as NPR. Okay, yeah. So let us begin with this. So I hope the earlier parts are clear to you all. समझ में आया ना? Yeah. So yeah, just make a note of this. The piece rate method. Just make a note of this. Okay. So what is the meaning of piece rate? We have already discussed that. When a laborer is remunerated, matlab when he is paid on the basis of production only, that is the actual output that he is producing. The payment of the worker is calculated on the basis of number of units produced. I just explained this concept right now, that units produced multiplied with NPR. Okay, regardless of the time spent by him on the job. So how many hours he has worked for that job is not taken into consideration, but how much output, actual output he has produced, that is taken into consideration, right? Whereas in case of time basis में we look into consideration कि उसने कितने घंटे काम किया है, the time taken by the laborer to complete his job or the work that he has been designated. Okay, so piece rate method is further divided as, yeah, please make a note of this. Yeah, it is further divided as straight piece rate, okay, and differential piece rate. Okay, yeah. Now straight piece rate, with the word, when I say straight piece rate, matlab to all the employees I am paying one flat rate. Okay, irrespective whether he has worked above standards, at standards or below standards. ठीक है, उसने जितना प्रोड्यूस किया, अगर सपोज मेरे पास है लेबरर ए बी सी, 3 लेबर्स है मेरे पास, इसने 80 यूनिट्स बनाए, इसने 100 यूनिट्स बनाए, इसने 70 यूनिट्स बनाए, and say I am paying them for every piece, I am paying them say 5 rupees. So I will multiply straight with 5. Okay, so this 80, 100 and 70 is what my number of units. Look here, look into this formula, yeah. And this 5 rupees is nothing but my NPR, rate per unit. Am I clear about this? तो इसमें हम एक फ्लैट रेट का कैलकुलेशन करते हैं, ठीक है. इसमें हम बिल्कुल भी लेबरर्स को कंपेयर नहीं करते हैं कि अरे इसने 80 बनाया, इसने 100 बनाया, इसने 70 बनाया. कोई एफिशिएंसी कैलकुलेशन नहीं है. ओके, नो एफिशिएंसी कैलकुलेशन, जस्ट स्ट्रेट जितना यूनिट्स बनाया मल्टीप्लाइड विद द एनपीआर, रेट पर यूनिट. तो दैट्स हाउ वी कैलकुलेट द total wages, and that's how the name goes, straight piece rate. We are not analyzing the efficiency of the laborer under this particular piece rate method. Okay, yeah. Now when I am talking about differential piece rate, the word itself says difference. That means I am differentiating between the laborers. How am I differentiating between the laborers? Comparing them with the standards. Okay, तो मैं कैसे उनको compare कर रही हूँ? Just pay attention. Again, I'm taking the same example. I have 3 employees A, B, C. Suppose मेरा standard output है say 100 units for all 3. इनको इतने यूनिट्स बनाने हैं रोज, कितने बनाने हैं, 100 यूनिट्स बनाने हैं, ठीक है, या बट मुझे पता चलता है बाय द एंड ऑफ 8 hours that by the end of the day A has made 120 units, B has made exactly 100 units, and C has made 90 units. Is this clear to you? Okay, so don't you feel तो स्ट्रेट रेट में क्या होता है, स्ट्रेट पीस रेट में क्या होता है, हम कोई कंपैरिजन नहीं करते, हमें कोई एफिशिएंसी चेक नहीं करनी है किसी भी एम्प्लॉय की, बट अंडर डिफरेंशियल पीस रेट आई विल चेक द एफिशिएंसी ऑफ द लेबरर. सो व्हाट एफिशिएंसी एम आई नाउ चेकिंग, या माय एफिशिएंसी सेज इसको 100 बनाना था, बट इसने कितना बनाया, इसने 120 बनाया, तो इसकी एफिशिएंसी अच्छी है. दैट मीन्स he has worked above the standards. मैंने जो सोचा था उससे उसने ज्यादा काम किया. Okay, whereas in case of B he has worked at par with the standards. He is equal to the standards. Okay, fine. मैंने 100 बोला है ना, उसने 100 का टारगेट पूरा किया. बट ये जो थर्ड एम्प्लॉई है इसने बिलो स्टैंडर्ड्स काम किया है, बिकॉज 100 बनना चाहिए था. मैंने जो टारगेट दिया है वो देख के ही दिया है कि भाई 100 बनना चाहिए, उसने नहीं बनाया, उसने 90 बनाया. तो there are these three people, Taylor, Merrick and Gantas, who have given formulas for differential piece rate. According to these three people, you should pay the workers based on their efficiency. जिसने efficiency दिखाई है तो तुम उसको reward दो. Reward क्या दो कि तुम उसको जो normal piece rate है, जैसे मैंने example लिया normal piece rate का 5 रुपया, तो तुम उसको 5 रुपया मत दो, तुम उसको 120% of 5 रुपया दो. मतलब I'll show you the calculation. You are supposed to pay 5 rupees per piece. Yeah. So now Taylor is telling you pay them more than 5 rupees. That means 5 रुपए का 120% कितना होता है, 6 rupees. तो तुम कितना देने वाले थे उनको पर पीस, 5. तो तुम अभी उसको 5 मत दो, उसको 6 रुपया दो पर पीस का. सो 120 into 6, 720. तो तुमने उसको ज्यादा दिया. ओके, उसकी एफिशिएंसी उसने प्रूव की तो तुमने उसको ज्यादा दिया. एट स्टैंडर्ड्स वाले को भी तुम 120% दो. आई एम जस्ट गिविंग एन एग्जांपल. या क्योंकि उसने भी तुम्हारे स्टैंडर्ड्स के हिसाब से काम किया, तो जितना यूनिट्स बनाएगा उसको उतना पैसा मिलेगा, 600 रुपया लेके जाएगा वो एज वेजेस. लेकिन जिसने कम काम किया तो तुम उसको कम पे करो, तुम उसको 5 रुपया देने वाले थे ना पर पीस, मत दो. डोंट गिव हिम, pay him less than the NPR. Okay, so say you are paying him just 80% of the NPR, तो 5 रुपया देने वाले थे, but you will now pay him only 80% of 5 रुपया, तो you will pay him 4 rupees. So that 1 rupee that you have deducted, that will pinch him. Okay, that he is inefficient, so you have pinched him for his inefficiency. Okay, yeah, into 90, so he will just take 360. Am I clear? जबकि स्ट्रेट रेट में ऐसा नहीं होता है. स्ट्रेट रेट में आप सबको, जिसने 120 बनाया, 100 बनाया, 90 बनाया, आप सबको 5 रुपया दे रहे हो. ओके, तो जिसने कम बनाया उसको भी 5 रुपया मिल रहा है. अंडरस्टूड? Am I clear? So there is no efficiency check in case of straight piece rate, but there is an efficiency check in case of differential piece rate. Am I clear about this concept? Just acknowledge it in the chat box. So understood why it is known as differential piece rate? Because it measures, it calculates your wages or your earnings based on your efficiency. And how do you decide your efficiency? You decide your efficiency based on the standards. Okay, तुमने एक standard set किया होगा, correct? Yeah. जैसे अगर मैं एक standard set कर लूँ कि cost accounting में सबको 90 तो मिलना ही चाहिए, तो अगर किसी स्टूडेंट को 90 मिला तो मेरे लिए वो एट पार विद माय स्टैंडर्ड्स है. किसी को 91 मिला, ही इज अबव माय स्टैंडर्ड्स. किसी को 89 भी मिलता है तो भी आई विल टेल हिम नो यू आर बिलो द स्टैंडर्ड्स बिकॉज माय मार्क इज 90. ओके, सेम हैपेंस व्हेन यू गो फॉर मेरिट लिस्ट. कॉलेजेस में जब मेरिट लिस्ट रखते हैं तो हम एक स्टैंडर्ड लगाते हैं कि भाई ये परसेंटेज वालों को ही हम लेंगे, इससे नीचे वालों को हम नहीं लेते. तो दे आर बिलो आवर स्टैंडर्ड्स, सो वी विल नॉट गिव देम एडमिशन. इफ दे आर एट say our say if the merit list of the colleges say 80%, so anybody who is getting 80% and above 80% will get admissions. So at standards and above standards, anybody below 80, even if it is 79.50, will not get. It should be 80.00 and are you understanding? Yeah, Chalo, great. Thanks. Okay, so these three people who have given the formula: Taylor, Merrick, and Gantas. Okay, so one by one we will deal with the formulas. I will first speak about Taylor. We will do sums related to Taylor differential piece rate. Then we'll move on to Merrick differential piece rate, and lastly we will cover Gantas bonus plan sums based on it. Okay, yeah. So let me move on to this. Yeah. So this is about Taylor's differential piece rate. Yeah. So FW Taylor, the full name of the person is FW Taylor from US. So the objective behind Taylor to introduce this concept. Okay, the concept came into existence. Here, the objective of the what do you call it? He has given a formula to calculate the total earnings. So the objective behind framing the formula of Taylor is this. Okay, to reward efficient workers by paying them high piece rate for high level of production, and it aims at discouraging below average workers by paying them wages at low piece rate for low level of production and not guaranteeing any day wages for them. It is more suitable for mass production industry. So ये same point अभी मैंने example में आपको समझाया, ठीक है? Yeah. Then the features of Taylor differential piece rate is standard time is fixed for every worker. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया standard time हो सकता है 8 hours हो 9 hours हो, मतलब एक standard output मैंने fix किया, जैसे मैंने example में बताया 100 units 100 units 100 units for all the 3 employees. Okay, so 2 piece rates are fixed. As I told you, same example I gave you, that if you are below the standards, then what is to be done? I gave you an example of कि आपको NPR को सिर्फ 80% देना है, आपको पूरा उसको piece wages नहीं देना है. And अगर उसने if he is equal to the standards or above the standards, then I told you, I give you an example of 120% you have to pay him of the piece rate. Okay, so there are 2 piece rates are fixed as per Taylor. एक वो बोलता है कि बिलो स्टैंडर्ड्स वालों को एक अलग पीस रेट आप दो और अबव स्टैंडर्ड्स वालों को आप अलग कैटेगरी में बिकॉज ऑफ देयर एफिशिएंसी उनको थोड़ा ज्यादा पे करो. ओके, so these are the merits and demerits of Taylor differential plan. Yeah, it is very simple method. Obviously you will understand when I'm doing sums with you. It motivates efficient workers definitely, कि वर्कर्स को पता है कि अगर वो एफिशिएंसी दिखाएंगे तो accordingly they will be rewarded for the same. It increases production obviously, but there will be a zeal in the workers if that efficiency will be rewarded. So obviously there will be a zeal within them to increase the productivity of the manufacturing unit. And and overall क्या होगा, when there is increase in productivity आपका cost factor नीचे आ जाता है. So that is why it reduces the total overheads cost also. The demerit obviously is it penalizes the inefficient workers, which doesn't happen in the straight piece rate method. Okay, yeah, there is no guarantee of wages. As I told you, अगर आप inefficient हो तो जो 5 रुपया पर पीस आपको मिलने वाला था जो मैंने एग्जाम्पल में बताया वो भी आपको नहीं मिलेगा. मैंने आप लोगों को एग्जाम्पल भी बताया कि आपको सिर्फ 4 रुपया मिलेगा. Okay, it may create a conflict between, obviously there will be always a tug of war between the efficient and the inefficient one. Okay, that is human behavior. Okay, yeah. So this is the formula given by Taylor. Yeah. Taylor says that if you are working below standards, if your actual output is less, ये less वालों के लिए है, ये below वालों के लिए है, और ये at या above वालों के लिए है. Okay? तो actually दो applications है, एक बोलता है कि 80% of NPR और एक बोलता है 83% of NPR. So I would suggest you to calculate both in examination. अगर question में mention है कि 80% पे calculate करना है तो फिर आप go with the flow of the question. If nothing is mentioned in the question, then you can go with 80. I would suggest go with 80 and with 83 both you go with calculate both the ways. Okay, but अगर question is specific, no, that you have to calculate for below के लिए 80% or 83%, then you follow the question. And for above it is 120% or it is 125% of NPR. Okay, yeah. it has been revised. The efficiency percentage has been revised. That is why. Okay. Yeah. 83% of NPR. Somebody takes it 83.333333% of NPR also. So avoid the decimal difference. So yeah, there is this one sum, a very small application sum I have taken. Yeah. So it talks about calculate the total wages of two workers, Bhanudas and Neelkant, by using the Taylor plan, that is the differential piece rate, and by also using the straight piece rate method. So you have to apply both the methods for calculation. Now what they have given you, they have given you ये standard output आपको दिया हुआ है, कितना है 8 units per hour. एक घंटे में आप कितना units बना रहे हो? 8 unit बना रहे हो, ठीक है? Yeah. Next, normal time rate is 4 rupees per hour. ठीक है? NTR कितना है? एक घंटे का आप 4 रुपया दे रहे हो, ठीक है? Differentials to be applied. Okay. See, इधर दिया हुआ है. See, your वो लोग ने बताया है क्या एप्लीकेशन करना है आपको टेलर का. 80% of NPR and 120% of NPR when it is at or above standards, and 80% when it is below standards. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, just give me 5 minutes. Yeah, it will be done. Okay. And in a 9-hour day, Bhanudas produces 56 units and Neelkant is producing 80 units. So ये है उसका actual output. ये actual output है. Standard output is not given, that we will have to calculate using this first information. We will calculate standard output. वरना हम compare किससे करेंगे? I want to compare my actuals, right, with the standards. I don't know what is the standard output. Then how will I calculate their efficiency or inefficiency? Okay, so for that I need to calculate my standard output. Okay, yeah. So coming on to calculate this working note number 1. एक घंटे में you are making 8 units. आप कितने घंटे काम कर रहे हो पूरे दिन में? 9 घंटे काम कर रहे हो. तो 9 hours में how much? Cross multiply. So 9 8s are 72. So my standard output is 72. Okay. Yeah. So now I will compare. Okay. अब मैं compare करूंगी. भानुदास ने कितना बनाया? 56. तो 72 से तो कम ही है. तो he has worked below standards. मतलब he is inefficient. So I will pay him only 80% of the piece rate. Okay. Then Neelkant, he has made 80. It is above 72. So he has worked above standards. Okay, like this. So first you will calculate the standard output and then you will compare it with the actual output. Okay, and this is how you will get your answer. Then you will calculate your NPR, normal piece rate. एक unit बनाने का आप कितना पैसा देने वाले हो? Okay, so here is the calculation. Hours, units and rupees. So एक घंटे में मैं बना रही हूँ 8 यूनिट. एक घंटे का मैं दे रही हूँ 4 रुपए. ओके, 1 hour का आई एम पेइंग 4 rupees. सो एक यूनिट का कितना? मुझे ये आंसर निकालना है. NPR, ये एक यूनिट बनाने का कितना? सो 4 rupees divided by 8 units. So it comes to 50 paisa. So my NPR is 50 paise. Okay. Right? And now calculate. As per differential piece rate, Taylor and Neelkant and Bhanudas. Okay, so formula is units produced into 80% of NPR. So 50 पैसे का 80% is how much? 40 paisa. 40 paisa multiplied with how many units Bhanudas made? 56. तो उसको कितना wages मिलेगा? 22 rupees 40 paisa. Okay. Now come to Neelkant. Neelkant has worked above standards. So उसको मैं कितना दूंगी? I will reward him. It's a bonus that will be given to him. So 120%. So 50 पैसे का 120% कितना होता है? Okay, 60 पैसा. मतलब उसको 10 पैसे ज्यादा मिलेंगे. वो उसके लिए बोनस है. बराबर ना? वरना 50 तो उसको मिलने ही वाले थे 50 पैसे. Into how many units? 80 units. Okay, so that makes it to 48 rupees. So yeah, okay, 48 rupees. And then the last part where you're calculating the straight piece system. Okay, straight piece mein formula is units produced into NPR, flat rate, no efficiency calculation. Okay, so 56 multiplied with 50 paisa, 28 rupees, and 80 multiplied with 50 paisa, 40 rupees. Okay. So I hope you have understood the difference between both the methods. Straight piece rate mein there is no bonus given, no reward for efficient employees also, and no punishment to the inefficient one. Whereas in Taylor, there is a reward for efficiency and there is a punishment for inefficiency. Okay. So I hope I'm clear about all this. Yeah. So next lecture, we will take a new sum on Taylor differential piece rate. Okay.